Welcome to a new season of The People's Budget, an initiative of the Center for Trade Policy and Development with support from the Tax Justice Initiative. This 2024 season has got 5 episodes, and in these 5 episodes we will see 10 contestants trimming down to an ultimate winner who will help us in shaping the 2025 national budget. There's a top 10 of young contestants who will represent the people of this country and their interests in what should form our budget for next year. They will go through a series of tasks, and through these tasks, the judges will decide who leaves an episode and who will ultimately be the People's Finance Minister presenting the 2025 People's Budget.
My name is Chisanga Francis. I'm a student at the University of Zambia, Regional Campus.
My name is Margaret Namkanzie, an economist student at the University of Zambia.
My name is Leonard Chishimbanguira, a first-year student at Evelyn Horn College doing business administration.
My name is Ngandun Chimia Isaac, a 6th-year medical student from the University of Zambia and currently serving in the Students' Union.
My name is Divine Charasha and I'm a 3rd-year radiography student from the University of Zambia.
My name is Cornelius Strela. I'm from Kabwe, Central Province, and I'm a 3rd-year student, economic student at Kwame Nkrumah University.
My name is Lilanda Vixa. I'm a 6th-year medical student at the University of Zambia.
My name is Josephine Chindele. I'm an emerging governance expert. I'm equally a founder and president of a youth-led movement called The Voice of Kanyama, and I am a 3rd-year student of political science with public administration at the University of Zambia.
My name is Joshua Msolo, a graduate from Kwame Nkrumah University.
I answer to the name Emmanuel Sakala Jr., otherwise Fearless.
The opportunity for these young people is for them to influence the budget and drive it in a direction that is in the best interest of the people of this country. But who will be helping us decide who these people are? Well, my name is Dingendava Jonah Bioya. I'll be your presenter. Throughout this competition, we will have a series of tasks, and these tasks will be evaluated by a panel of judges. The competition is incomplete without these people, so let's meet them.
My name is Emmanuel Zulu. I'm an economist by profession, and I'll be a judge for this program that is trying to put across a citizen's budget. I'm looking forward to contestants putting forward a budget that will be representative of all the needs that the citizens have and will reflect the country's vision on resource mobilization.
My name is Elijah Mumba. I'm a public finance and economic management researcher at the Center for Trade Policy and Development. We need minds that will be able to bring about a budget that is truly representative, but also the budget that comes also amidst the drought that we faced that affected the agriculture sector. But also we have the energy crisis, particularly load shedding. So I'm looking forward to contestants bringing out the practical solutions, really, but also that they should be mindful of the external debt that we have been grappling with.
Hi, I'm media personality Malama Mukonde, and I'm excited to be a judge on the People's Budget. Of course, with the work that I do, I'm looking for certain key things. The communication, is it realistic? Does it reflect the people's needs, wants, concerns, and so on and so forth? So I'm really excited, and I can only wish all the contestants the very best of luck.
Now that we know who the judges are, we waste no time. The 10 contestants are divided into 2 groups of 5. Their first task, community engagement. They will go to Chainda here in Lusaka, where they will meet different community members, and each group has to engage these community members and understand their concerns and targets for the 2025 national budget, out of which they must formulate a proposal for the 2025 national budget. Let's get on with it.
What I would like to say that the challenges that we have here in Chainda, if you look at maybe the issue of junkies, the history of this place is that this community, the first settlers in this place used to work in the surrounding farms. The people around Chainda, they have nowhere now to get employment. Now with the coming of CDF, in as much as it is a good program, but for it to achieve its intended purpose, there must be the involvement of the technocrats. They must be on the ground to do what? To supervise the cooperatives, the clubs in their programs. Why? Because these people, they have not passed through any form of training. Someone will just wake up, no, we are going to do poultry, no, we are going to do chilimba, without any knowledge.
I think chatting afunike mu 2025 budget munga muno mu kombo ni watu China zafunuka maningi manzi ya costinga manzi because of power malaiti yalengi sauti tingatibe manzi. So I think 2025 the problem ya malaiti ifunga isile. Yes, school tinayo anawaitani wati China basic ili kutali then chinga wame bailita mu China mwameni so that wana watu basazijumpa tamaki kliniki si kwanisa kuti ikatalinge bantu bamene bali muno mchainda then ikatalinga na maproti. Yes, so kliniki chepa I think nikafunia kula so that bonso ambo chitakata.
Energy crisis like yo mkani ya malaiti ya kustana affect bwanji olumona munga ma businesses yali pano mu community muno yankala affected bwanji na mkani ya malaiti.
Yes, yankala affected because of ngati afika chabe 18 to 19 malaiti nishikulibe so bantu swazaende ma customers tingala tilibe. Then another because of I don't know tininga kambe bwanji because majanki ya paka majanki ya paka. So budget ya 2025 baike so that police post muno mchainda isire mwa msanga
majanki ya paka. So ngafuna manuza ko chepa kankalidwe kanu kuno kuchipanda kwa chainda munkala bwanji and
I think unkala stinkala bwino because of majanki ya paka.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. So ningafuna mvera kucheka kalidokano as with regards to maybe malite kwenda filia ningafuna mvera ko mwe yakushirani impact mugakambe ko bwanji parikani ya malite.
Okay, malite impact yani yatsira impact ikuru yamene ma business yatu ya body down. Ma drinks angala kopia ma customers tikazilipe bayo pa kuyenda because of that.
Okay. Sure. Inga kudya kajedo ni bwanji mukwanisa kudya ma meals ya tatu mude or maybe ya bili kajedo kali bwanji mukamvera vela kamba bantu kuchipanda.
Sikomkwambiri nzwa kajedwe sikakwanisika bantu akamba uti economy bad. So ngati sanga londolo livonsa zakamba economy bad.
So ni mona ni njira za bwanji ze maybe munga tandizire mopamwe kwa Derek kuti economy ngalibunshe ni suggestions ya bwanji munga pasa kutatoke maybe kapena boma ingashiteko cha so na so niva bwanji vemona mutinga chite.
Okay, sikomkwambi nzwa kuti injala kapena economy ya mengi titi ngaleko bwino. I think ngati mchito zapaka then na unga I think unga novyo wabulako price ya bulanga lako reduce then na dollar were down it can make us tinga kwenseko.
Ngakolo inamba litfuthi le problem. Ni problem yamba chifukwa cha drought yamene ilipo drought iliko yale yatakoe contribute tewera ngona ulesi wosebenza kaili na kugulisa ndizo wa ulesi tizilekelera zaka isitukutia kamozi bena ngo wasebenza pati ndarama zioneka ndarama.
Kuambira last year government inashita increase CDF kwa CDF imangala kona opportunity to access bila kutenga CDF
bena ngo bana leo wanatenga hapo wanaenda bena ngo bambiri wanatenga bena ngo kai wanangena kudala muka wala ala sanga chokema
wala bika ma CDF nanga abastashani bali ambira finga in 20 bamba 20 years bambo kupera finga in CDF bela salati yo bawido bashani pantu sala imo hii
mchifuka kaidi maninga accessible kuno kuchifuka tuona pali health kulingana na statistics rangi za Zambia every year around 7,182 wakufa chifuka cha fuaka kupepa fuaka so mumakuona bwanji mwati vantu apepera fwaka kapepedwe kafwaka kuno kali bwanji peza aenda muntu murodi apepa fwaka zimashitika izo marodi palituwana tung'ono chifukwa passive smoking ngatine pano ni pepa awali apa every year mzambia 800 vantu vakufa not wapepa because wapita zabi so hiyo kalidwe kuno iliko bwanji
mwakabokuna nditi vuto ni ya manager kuchepa kwa mapunziro bozi ena mwina ngolo myumba alukusuta vana alikudya pa alutamba TV sensitization you people know better bozi la mlo city lolo bema bus but you have seen some people even in these buses they smoke simameni simnaone mukayankhula monga imwe mwachita choipitsitsa tithandizeni ndi problem vantu zafuna omvera kuti fwaka siwabema chibemebele.
My name is Josephine Chindele. Fellow countrymen and women, Zambia has in the recent year faced significant challenges. A cholera epidemic threatened the health sector. The El Nino impact impacted the energy, agriculture, and other sectors, thereby affecting all aspects of the country, with over 84 out of 116 districts affected. It is in this regard that the theme for the 2025 national budget is Domestic Resource Mobilization amidst a drought, energy crisis, and socio-economic reforms. The total budget allocation is 183.6 billion kwacha. To address this energy crisis and the impact sustainably, I propose that 27.54 billion kwacha be allocated to the energy sector, which accounts for 15% of the total proposed budget. My government will stripe off excise duty from all alternative sources of energy, that is solar panels, gas, etc. Loans will be given to innovative and creative minds, Zambian minds who have proven the possibility of venturing into biogas and thermal energy generation. It is indeed true that problems are pregnant with prosperity. Zambia is on its way to prosperity. Thank you. Being a huge platform where I can share my views and my expertise in terms of finding solutions to the current situations or problems that the country is currently faced with is something that has hugely motivated me.
My name is Cornelius Chola. Using Chainda as a research example, I, the Minister of Finance, got the concerns of the local people, which I wish to address in this year's, in the 2025 national budget that is themed Domestic Resource Mobilization amidst drought crisis and socio-economic reforms. We eat once in a day, cried the local people. I therefore allocate 15.5 billion to the implementation of programs under the agriculture sector, raising the allocation from last year's 8.6 billion to now 10.25 billion. This will increase beneficiaries from 1 million to now 1,300,000. Countrymen and women, I further propose that we invest and educate our farmers on climate-smart agriculture as well as irrigation systems development, helping farmers to access water harvesting technologies and other irrigation system equipment throughout the year. 500 million has been allocated to the establishment and financing of this new initiative. I am more than confident that my proposed budget to the agriculture sector is designed to drive economic growth, sustainability, as well as food security in our country.
Madam Speaker, in order to increase access to quality education, I propose as Minister of Finance to spend 30.1 billion, accounting for 16.4% of the 2025 national budget on the education sector. Of this amount, 1.2 billion has been set aside for the recruitment of 15,000 teachers and 2,000 non-teaching staff. To continue the provision of free education as Minister of Finance, I allocate 3.2 billion kwacha for the general operations of schools. We anticipate hunger in communities. I therefore devote 146 million kwacha to fund the school feeding program to help keep our children in schools. Madam Speaker, as we continue to better the lives of our young people in communities and reduce the high numbers of junkies, I devote 120 million kwacha to TVET schools to procure modern equipment to help capacitate our youths for national development. In the end, it is actually education that is the lifeblood of our economy, and the destiny of Zambia shall be shaped by the investments we make into our education. Thank you, Madam Speaker, fellow citizens, and may God bless Zambia.
Allow me as the Minister of Finance at this juncture to present the budget proposal for the health sector tailored to the theme Domestic Resource Mobilization amidst a drought, energy crisis, and socio-economic reforms. The health sector will be allocated 13% of the total budget, amounting to 23.7 billion kwacha. We will invest in building and maintaining water purification systems, drilling boreholes in drought-affected areas, connecting water pumps to solar power to ensure their continuous functioning, and promoting hygiene education programs to ensure that communities understand the importance of sanitation. By increasing taxes on tobacco, we aim to make tobacco less affordable, particularly for young individuals, as well as making tobacco inaccessible to the general public and improving overall health. We can also generate revenue, and that can be reinvested into the health sector. Madam Speaker, health is wealth is not just a statement. It is a lifestyle to Sustainable Development Goal number 3 and is a step closer to Vision 2030. I take it as a challenge. I am in the health sector, and having to focus on issues like finance and politics gives me a challenge and a platform to show people that no matter where you come from, no matter what sector you deal with, you can engage with all the various different sectors, and that is my approach in the national budget, as well as creating a Zambia that is self-sustained, a Zambia that can run on its own without requiring any external aid.
The 2025 national budget emphasizes sustainable development with significant investment in agriculture, renewable energy, education and health, while also addressing domestic resource mobilization, which is a crucial aspect of Zambia's 2025 national budget. 36.5 billion will be allocated to domestic resource mobilization, and the breakdown is as follows. 3.5 billion will be allocated to tax reform and revenue generation in order to improve tax collection efficiency. 25 billion kwacha will be allocated towards debt repayment and restructuring in order to free up resources for domestic use. 1.5 billion will be allocated to local government and community participation in order to improve financial management capacity and the community involvement in local government and budget. Countrymen and women, in unity we build a future that is bright while upholding the values and beliefs of our country. One Zambia, one nation.
Greetings, countrymen and women. My name is Linanda Victor, the Minister of Finance and National Planning. Distinguished citizens, the 2025 national budget is developed with a focus on addressing the immediate challenges posed by the ongoing drought, the energy crisis, and the pressing need for socio-economic reforms. It is in this context that the theme is domestic resource mobilization amidst a drought, energy crisis, and socio-economic reforms. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin with, on drought, according to Plan International Zambia, the drought has severely impacted 9.8 million people across 84 out of 116 districts, with 6.6 million individuals in urgent need of our support. Distinguished citizens, the government is committed to mobilize domestic resources through strategic investment, innovative policy measures, and targeted incentives. Countrymen and women, by focusing on efficient resource utilization such as enhancement of tax on tobacco, the 2025 national budget aims to address the following: climate change and impact it has had on the agriculture sector, energy crisis and possible solutions, social and economic reforms, tax reforms, and lastly, domestic resource mobilization. Thank you. Well, besides healthcare, I do have interest in governance and socio-economic welfare of the Zambian people, and I do believe these are things that I'm really passionate about.
Economic affairs. Madam Speaker, as the saying goes, agriculture is the food basket of the nation, and that is why I propose to spend 42.3 billion kwacha, or 24.6% of the national budget, of which 15.2 billion kwacha will go to key interventions in agriculture, fisheries, and indeed livestock, targeting climate-smart agricultural methods and resilient crops such as sorghum, millet, extending 4% local content, allowing the income in end value addition. Further, Madam Speaker, 1.2 billion kwacha for farm blocks, irrigation, development, and also mechanized water sprinklers and water harvest. Further, Madam Speaker, 956 million kwacha for animal disease control. And lastly, 804 million kwacha for construction and rehabilitation of dams. And lastly, reducing taxes on all import of all agriculture machinery. And importantly, increasing the taxes on tobacco in order to facilitate its control. And in my conclusion, I say, we are like the Israelites at the Red Sea. We cannot move forward, neither can we move backwards. But Madam Speaker, we are like Moses, we do have our solutions. Madam Speaker, I beg to move and I thank you.
Madam Speaker, we're currently faced with a huge electricity crisis. Zambia currently has a generation capacity standing at not more than 500 megawatts against a demand of 2,400 megawatts, which is giving us a deficit of more than 1,900 megawatts. To mitigate this, I propose a budget allocation of 7.6 billion kwacha towards the energy sector, of which 4.8 billion kwacha goes towards investment in renewable energy source. The government currently owes around $800 million or 20.9 billion kwacha to all marketing companies, a debt that we are trying by all means to resolve and restructure. This has, however, greatly affected their service delivery, and I therefore propose tax exemption on OMCs in order to lessen their financial burden. Government will lose about 4.1 billion of tax. With these measures, the government hopes to improve energy service delivery and subsequently improve the livelihood of the citizenry. I thank you, Madam Speaker. What motivated me to take part in this competition is basically the struggles that the country is going through amid this climate change and the droughts that we've just experienced. And I see this as a platform that gives me an opportunity to add a voice to the much needed solutions the country deserves.
The 2025 national budget is estimated to cost over 200 billion Zambian kwacha. The target revenue is 60 billion kwacha. This will be achieved by introducing progressive tax, expand tax base, and reduce tax exemption, especially on the mines. The expected increase of tax will be 12 billion kwacha. Our immediate course of action as the Minister of Finance, I'll support the Minister of Health to enact a tobacco control bill, and by so doing, we'll be recovering over 20 billion Zambian kwacha every year, leveraging on domestic resources, minerals, local processing and value addition for copper and cobalt, for example, making copper cables. This will increase mining contribution to GDP with 20% and create 60,000 jobs, keeping the issues of junkiism and unemployment levels. We'll develop key tourism sectors, including ecotourism, and this will double the tourism GDP contribution and create over 70,000 jobs. Countrymen and women, the overall impact, reduce physical deficit, the targeted percent is 3% of the GDP, low debt cost, reduce cost by 3 billion. I thank you. What motivated me is simply nothing for us without us. I need to be included, you need to be included, we need to be included. So there's nothing for us without us. I believe I need to participate for me to add a voice and ensure that we are inclusive in whatever we do.
Current exchange rate is at 26.25 as of $1. This has been caused due to the slow foreign exchange supply, and solutions will be made in order to stabilize the local currency, such as de-dollarization, as well as direct foreign investment and indirect foreign investment, such as the Kansanshi copper mine, which has been sponsored or backed by Vendetta. Mitigations have to be made in order for us to reduce the inflation rate and the cost of living, which is reduction in taxation and increment in employment through private sector development. More than 80% of our GDP has been catered by the debt that we're having as a nation. Coming to the Community Development Fund, 30.8 has been received in each constituency to develop the fund. The constituency, however, will have to reduce the rate tap through Department of CDF. Alright, so what motivated me to participate in this program is my burning desire when it comes to economic growth, especially now that the country has experienced a deep shock.
Next time, we see who makes it through to the next round of the People's Budget. 3 contestants will be eliminated. Stay tuned.